Good day, everybody, and welcome to another segment of High Heat presented by Liberty Mutual. And it's good to have you with us on this late week Thursday day as we chat. Liam Hendriks, there you see him. He, of course, a big closer of the A's. He's been on before, one of the good guys. And we have a conversation here as we move this day along, and he joins us here on High Heat. Liam, nice to talk. How are you today? Okay, pal?
I'm doing well. How about you guys?
Okay, doing well. A little sequestered, but we're getting used to it and getting through these days. Great job by you and your lovely wife as far as foods are concerned for the folks there on the front lines in Alameda. Let's go through that first. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we had reached out to the A's about trying to get something moved because we wanted to also use local businesses. And currently we're in Arizona still, so we kind of we wanted to use local businesses. We knew that they had the connections to certain places, so we're like, okay, we want to do what have you guys been doing, and what can we do? So they were going into hospitals, they were going into some of the other places. So we were like, okay, let's do Oakland Police Department, and we want to do Alameda Police Department as well. So Oakland and Alameda, they're two separate little entities, but they're really close together. And so we wanted to make sure we took care of both of them. They helped us out through some times last year. And so we reached out and we got that moving. We were able to get some local catering places to send some food. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. So we're doing something similar this week with the fire. So we've got taking care of some of the EMTs and stuff like that as well. So we're just trying to do what we can to kind of brighten some people's days who are going through a lot tougher times than we are.
Are you communicating with your teammates on a day-to-day basis, Liam, or is there a group of you guys video chatting and everything else on a day-to-day basis, or no?
Not quite video chatting. I don't trust some of the guys to get on video chat with me, but we've got a group chat going that's it started off as just an information-based thing, and then it just turns into seeing what everyone's up to, making sure everyone's kind of staying prepared, staying ready, and then any information that comes out, we get it through that app as well. So just a lot of guys and just sitting there, we all want to play, and that's all it is. Just want to get back to the normalcy of everything, and obviously there's bigger things in baseball right now, but this is what we want to do. We want to get back to it and see if we can be a ray of sunshine in this dark times.
Hopefully we will be. How about Australia, your family there? Have you communicated? I'm sure you have with them. I don't know what there's. I guess there's a lockdown in Australia too. How about family in Australia, Liam? What's going on there?
Yeah, so they've actually locked down the borders of Western Australia, my home state. They won't let anyone in. So they've kind of gone a little step further than some of the other places. But yeah, they've locked down the borders. My dad usually drives about 2 hours a day to get to school. So he's a principal of an agricultural indigenous boarding school. And so he has to drive about 2 hours to work every day. Well, he has to get stopped halfway just to make sure that he is actually going for something necessary. And he gets stopped and his ID's checked. But both my mom and dad, they're on some holidays right now, so they're staying low and just going down to the supermarket whenever they need to, and then just staying at the house. Luckily, they've got like a decent sized house where they're not on top of each other, which is good. But yeah, Australia's the same way. They've got a lot of cruise ships just sitting off the coast waiting to kind of dock.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's the same way. It's grocery stores are getting a little overrun a little bit, but yeah, I think it's the Australian attitude comes out a little bit more with the resiliency and the fact that they're a little bit more laid back. So it's just like, okay, we'll do this, and then whenever it happens, it happens, and that'll be good.
Yeah, the Australians are. I totally agree. I mean, they roll with the flow well. All right, how about if let's keep our fingers crossed. We get some sort of season. It's going to be obviously further delays here. How about you getting ready as a pitcher? Do you need 3 weeks? I mean, I know obviously they're going to want to play as many games as possible. How about you as far as a spring training scenario is concerned? How much time do you think you might need?
For me, I was pretty close to the end of spring training of being just ready to go, the real spring training. So now for me, I mean, me personally, I need a week. I mean, I need 2 or 3 outings and I'll be good to go. But I understand there's inning limits with starting pitches. Like I think 3 weeks would be a good little area, like 2 to 3 weeks anywhere in there, just to make sure the guys get 4 to 5 starts. That's the good thing about this one is it's not going to be 70 guys in camp. It's kind of there's going to be the 30, 35 maybe just to have some arms there. And but yeah, I think 2 to 3 weeks will be a good spring training starting point. Guys will get enough at bats. Guys can kind of get back into the flow of things. But for me, I've been throwing. Before I got locked down, I was using a facility out here in Arizona to throw bullpens. I've been throwing into a sock right now. It's just Durathrow sock that Velcros around the wrist. I've been throwing into that a little bit. I've got a net out here that I've been throwing a little bit, and just
Mhm.
doing whatever you can to stay loose. It takes you back to the younger days when you didn't really have access to gyms. You didn't have access to all these places. You just kind of finding ways to do random body weight exercises around the house, which has been a challenge in itself.
All right, we're not going to have fans. I mean, I think everybody realizes that we're going to play all the sports. It's going to be empty stadiums and empty arenas. So that's going to be an adjustment. I think the fans, they want to see it. So, and I want to see it. So I don't think anybody's going to go scream about it, but it's an adjustment for an athlete to all of a sudden play in these empty ballparks. If in fact we get to that point, have you thought about that at all?
Yeah, I've thought about that a little bit. I mean, obviously, you see what Taiwan's doing in the Chinese baseball league, and they've got robotic fans standing or mannequins standing in the crowd. So, yeah, we've thought about it a little bit. I checked in like when they all played the no fan game in Baltimore a couple of years ago, and guys were saying it was just odd. Like it wasn't like everything was echoing, everything was kind of just weird. It all depends on where you play. I think if you played it in Arizona with no fans, it wouldn't be quite as drastic. But if you go into a stadium which meant to sit 60,000 people, the echoing will be the biggest issue. I think if you go to a spring training place, which is maybe what 15,000, I think there's going to be a little bit difference of like just that kind of. You can almost play it off as the fact it's more of a spring training game, and then getting kind of prepared that way. But yeah, it's definitely weird. I like to live off the crowd a little bit. I like the cheers, the emotions, the boos, everything like that. So as someone who lives for that kind of
Yeah,
adrenaline rush, it's
trust me. And a closer lives for that. You know, you're such a good guy. We will talk to you along the way, and you stay healthy and keep our fingers crossed that we can root for you there and watch you sometime, who knows when, but sometime in the foreseeable future. Good to have you with us. Good job, by the way, with the Oakland and the Alameda, all the things you're doing up there too. Thanks very much, Liam. Keep up the good work. Appreciate it.
thanks, man. Appreciate it.
You got it. Liam Hendriks here on this segment of High Heat. It's nice to have you with us. Liberty Mutual, of course, presents, and we will see you down the road sometime next week. We'll see you then. Adios.